I'm standing in front of a historical site. It says Bowers Mansion built in 1864 to 1967 is when it was restored. But let me read it to you guys. You guys get an idea of what we're dealing with here. Okay, here's the mansion. Then behind the mansion you have the old garage. You have the trail leading to the family cemetery. But anyways, little more surrounding. It's a rural road. You have the high desert. Nevada's high desert, Washoe Lake, and then you have the Sierra Nevadas, which we're at the base of. A lot of alpine trees. But anyways, this is Bowers Mansion, is another reminder of the Comstock Bonanza. Lemuel S., known as Sandy, and Eiley Orem Bowers were probably the first millionaires that produced by the fabulous find in Gold Canyon. Basically, Gold Canyon, up near Gold Hill, Silver City, all up in Virginia City, that kind of area. People were immigrating to this area in hopes to strike it rich. Well, the Bowers were successful, and as strangers, they had adjoining claims, but after a rich vein was struck, they were soon married and had the mansion built. Misfortune followed by fortune, and soon all was lost. The richness of their vein gave out. A new mill was destroyed. Financiers balked. Then Sandy died in 1868. Maneuvering to make the property self-sustaining, Eiley struggled on. And of course, that's because her husband was dead. The mine wasn't making no money. Finally, in 1878, losing the mansion by foreclosure to a Myron C. Lake. And of course, there were many different owners after Lake, and they all had their aspirations of what they wanted to turn this place into. But eventually, you know, the state overtook it, and it was restored in 1967 and made into a very lovely park. And they have dinner parties and all kinds of events here. But anyways, going on thereupon, the property had a succession of owners, including Henry Ritter, who managed it as a popular resort from 1903 to about 1946. And the Eiley Orem Bowers had died in 1903 in poverty, and unwittingly, she and Sandy left a legacy to Nevada. And that legacy you see is this mansion. If you look, for the next mile or so, you have a bunch of facilities. Because like I said, this was a resort at one time. That's a swimming pool. There's a couple more playgrounds and structures to the area, but they do not coincide with the history of the mansion itself. They were added on later to everything. But we're going to go ahead and I'm going to use the bathroom. I got a little bit of a journey home. And you can see this area is well surrounded by mountains. You have cows out in the pasture. It's a beautiful area, and you know, we're back to square one. We'll definitely try to bring you and our viewers a story inside this mansion with night vision, videos, pictures, EVPs, things of that sort. But yeah, this is a haunting mansion, and if you look, it says these figures may have been Sandy and Persia Bowers. And then of course they show people on top and wagons and people on the porch for a dinner party. This is what it probably looked like in the early 1870s. And of course here's a picture from way back then. I mean, these are pieces of history. These are relics of history on this board. And it says, by the time she was in her 30s, Eiley Bowers had been married 3 times, lost 2 infant children, and traveled 1,000 miles from her homeland, which was Scotland. So these are definitely exquisite people with great taste. And you look at these old pictures, and it's just so hard to believe that these people no longer are with us. I mean, it's kind of sad. You know, you sometimes wish that these places and these people would live on forever. And in a way, they do. They do. They do, through these boards, through the mansion itself. And a lot of good times were had, and a lot of bad times were shared. And tragedy, as well as a bountiful past, existed here, all within a series of a century, 150 years of the mansion's existence. And it's an amazing place, and we're quite lucky to be able to view it like this in the evening. You can see the ivy growing, and it's amazing. It's just amazing. I don't know how else to describe it. And whether we get ghosts or we don't, I am so glad to be able to bring a site like this to our viewers and our fans of Angel and Night Radio and the Paranormal Ghost Society. But anyways, this is Lord Rick. And if you're fans of our YouTube or our work, or you're new to it, check us out at www.paranormalghostsociety.org for over 900 explorations into the unknown, the strange, the odd, the historic, the fortean, and the paranormal.